Every week, we are joined by the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, and his appearance on The Drive is brought to you by Telly Tire and Auto Centers. Winning starts with a great drive. Since 1942, Telly certified techs have delivered complete car care with top brand tires and expert auto service. Keep your drive going. Take it to the Telly. Visit tellytire.com today. Earlier today, I got a chance to catch up with the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Our conversation started with, he was on Monday Night Countdown. It was Patrick Mahomes, Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce, and Coach Reed. Our conversation started with, how cool was it to be a part of that grouping?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, obviously those are guys that are going to be in Canton one day, and to be able to have conversation with them, and obviously they're all friends of mine, and so really cool just to get the inside, and obviously the stuff on camera is awesome, but the stuff behind the scenes is even better. And so honored to call them friends and my coach and my teammate.
I went back and looked this up. Do you remember your first Sunday Night Football game at Arrowhead? Because I completely forgot when it was. Do you remember it?
No, only one I can think of is like the Bengals one. I don't know if that was the first one, though. That was one of the early ones in my career.
That was your first. You guys won 45-10. I looked this up. You threw for 4 touchdown passes. Kareem Hunt led you guys in rushing, and Travis Kelce led you guys in receiving. This was in your first year as a starter in 2018. Kareem Hunt leading you guys in rushing, and Travis Kelce leading you guys in receiving. Some things never change.
Yeah, no. I mean, we've had a good run, so yeah, I mean, obviously that was a good night, so hopefully we can do something to replicate that. But I mean, we're going up against a great Lions team, so I think it'll be a tough challenge for us, but we're excited for it.
You talked about this before, that 3:25 is your favorite time, but what is it like to play under the lights at night at Arrowhead?
It's really cool. I mean, obviously the fans and like how loud they are and how passionate they are. But I think just the stadium and just being in the stadium and the whole environment. I mean, you can feel the history of the game. You can feel the history of the stadium. And so to be able to come out of the tunnel and be at Arrowhead, a night game, it's a thing that I'll never get tired of, and something that I'll cherish those memories later on in life.
Right now, we're talking to the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick, I feel like we were in the exact same place the last time that you guys were in a home game. You guys were 1-2, and it was the difference in being 2-2 and then 1-3. I feel like we're in the exact same place heading into this matchup against the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going up against another good football team, and a game that we really need to win. And so it's going to take us just being the best that we could possibly be. I think we've done it in spurts throughout the regular season so far, but we got to be better at being consistent through an entire game from the beginning to the end, and that's what it's going to take in order to win this football game.
What is it about the Lions offense that makes them so dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of great players, and they have a really good scheme. So, I mean, I think they do a great job. I mean, obviously they can run the ball, they can pass the ball. Jared's done a great job of distributing the ball to all their different playmakers. And when you have that many good players and that good of a scheme, it's hard to account for. And they've done a good job of that these last few years.
Is it frustrating for you to see the improvements and growth that you guys have had in the team, but maybe not that being reflective in the record? I think the offense has had a great transformation over the course of the season so far, but you guys sit here in 2-3. Is it frustrating to see the progress that you guys are having on a day-to-day basis, but that not being reflective in the record?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's just frustrating to lose in general. So, I mean, I think obviously all you can do is continue to get better and better. But more than that, I think obviously we've done a lot of things positively, offensively, but we got to make the winning plays. If you look at all our losses, if it's the interceptions down in the red zone or a couple plays here and there, we haven't made those winning plays offensively, and so I think that's something that we can improve on. And if we do that, I think with how we're playing offensively, the rest of the way, that we can be a high-powered offense and help take pressure off our defense so they can go out there and do what they need to do.
You personally, and a lot of guys on your team, you've been through the ups and downs of a season, so I don't think that you personally are in a panic mode. How are you keeping guys kind of even-keeled that haven't been through the battles, haven't been through the ups and downs, that just because we're 2-3, there's still obviously a lot of time to turn this thing around?
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is focus on the day. You know, we've kind of had all types of different seasons over my tenure, but we've always figured it out at some point. And so we're going to go to work like we always do, try to keep up the intensity, get better at executing and cleaning up the penalties and the little things that we've done throughout the beginning of this year. But at the end of the day, man, we got to go out there and just execute and go out there and prove it on Sundays. And we haven't been able to make those winning plays, and we got to find a way to make those plays. And all we can do is focus on today's practice and focus on this week against the Lions.
Right now, we're talking to the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick, let's go back to the Monday night game. Can you take us through the interception? Can you take us through what you saw? Can you take us through the play?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they were in that kind of a cover zero type look, and we had after just film and stuff like that, when they gotten inside that 5-10 yard area, they haven't shown what we call poppers, where guys blitz and then they pop back out, and that's something they did more in the field, and so we were alert for that in the field. But obviously, I got to the check that I believe was going to be the right play, and even though that I hadn't seen it on film, I got to still see the throw before I throw it. So I got to the check and we got Juju wide open, and we thought they might do what they did, which is two guys take one of our receivers. But you got to still see the guy in front of Juju and try to progress to the next route. So obviously you can't make that mistake in that type of game. And then after that, got to find a way to get them down on a tackle or slow them down for my teammates to get there and make that tackle, because that was a 14-point swing, and it obviously was costly, and it kind of cost us the game.
I was going to ask you about that tackle. What are you advised to do in this situation? Obviously, you're a very important player. No one wants you to get injured on that play. Are you trying to bring him down? Are you trying to slow him down, push him out of bounds? Like, what's your thought process when that's happening?
No, I mean, I've never been advised anything else other than get the guy down. I mean, I'm a football player at the end of the day, and I made the mistake, so I got to find a way to make the tackle, and he got me with a good move, and I wasn't able to get anything on him to slow him down enough for the other guys to get there. But when you're kind of in that quarterback position on interceptions, it's kind of like playing safety. You're kind of the last line of defense, and if you don't make the play, you got to at least slow him down for others to get there to make the play.
Patrick, I don't feel like a lot of people are going to reference this, and I get it. You guys lost the game, but the drive that you guys put together for your last offensive drive where you got a complete, set of time, that was like a really good drive. What do you think made that drive so successful?
Yeah, I think guys just accepted the challenge. We've been in those situations before, but it was good to see guys accept the challenge of kind of dealing with some of the adversity that we had dealt with the interceptions and the kind of the stalling out drives that we had in that second half, and guys to step up and say we need a touchdown, let's go get a touchdown. And we did a great job. The offensive line did a great job protecting in that situation. The guys got open down the field, and then we didn't hurt ourselves with penalties or anything like that. So that showcases what we can be, but we got to do that more consistently throughout an entire game.
I feel like watching a lot of these shows that you've been featured in, I've seen you train. I know the kind of work that you put in, and when you had that run where you get away from the defense, I felt like I had that one Leonardo DiCaprio gift, like, ooh, I've seen him work on that before.
Yeah, no, I prepared for this stuff, and I know I might not be like the number one rusher or anything like that, but I always prepare myself that I can get out of trouble if I need to, and whenever it's called for, I try to use my legs and use my mobility to go out there and make things happen.
Talking to Patrick Mahomes here for a couple more minutes. Patrick, what do you make of the AFC right now and the amount of parity that appears to exist? Also in the division, this feels like you guys are in the middle of a very difficult race with three teams that could possibly win this thing.
Yeah, I think the AFC just in general, really in the NFL just in general. I mean, there's so much parity, and Coach Reid says it like every year, but he's been huge on it. And all these games come down to one-score games for the most part, and it's about who can execute at the higher level and win those games. And we've done a good job of doing that throughout my career here, but we haven't done that this year, and that's the difference of being in a place that you want to be in and then being in a place where you don't want to be. And so we got to be better at these one-score games, finding ways to win the game. And that comes with execution, and we got to continue to get better and better at that sooner rather than later.
You and I haven't really got a chance to talk about it. Your thoughts on the kickoff rule? Are you a fan of it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you make of the new kickoff rules?
I mean, it just is what it is. I'm not really partial either way. I'm just kind of play the game, and however the rules are presented. The rules are always changing a little bit here and there, and they're trying to make football the safest they can be, but also keep the integrity of the game, and I just play it with whatever the rules are when I show up that season.
Yeah, I was just curious, I guess, how it affects offenses because, one mistake, the ball can be on the 40-yard line, and just starting the ball on the 40-yard line is just such a tremendous advantage. I was just curious from an offensive perspective, how did you guys attack it with field position being so different this year?
Yeah, I mean, I just play with wherever we end up at. I think it makes special teams important. I think that's more important than maybe these last few years with the kickoffs kind of going through the back of the end zone. So I think it makes you have to execute high on special teams, and I feel like we have one of the best special teams out there. And I'm sure they're going to clean some stuff up from this last week, but overall, I feel like it's an advantage for us as far as the kickoffs and the returners that we have and the coaches that we have that we can use that to our advantage. We just got to be better than we were this last week.
Last two things here. As you guys begin a new week, as you guys begin a practice week, what's your mindset going into a very important home game for you guys and a very important home stretch with 3 straight home games?
Yeah, I mean, it's time to go. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, we've gotten 3 losses now, and like you said, it's a very tight, contested division in AFC, and so there's no more waiting around. We're playing a really good football team this week that plays extremely hard, and we know it's gonna be a great challenge. But we gotta match the intensity. We gotta match the opportunity and go out there and find a way to win the football game no matter what it takes.
I'll get you out of here with this last question. One of the big talking points on the show from fans yesterday was about Chris Jones on the final defensive play of the game. I'm curious, just as one of the leaders and he also being one of the leaders on the team, how do you guys talk about accountability? How do you guys hold each other accountable in those situations?
Yeah, I mean, I believe in Chris Jones no matter what, man. He's done so much for this team and for this organization, being a leader, and I think people don't even understand how much of a leader he is on this team. But he's a guy that's kind of made us go throughout my career, and I know in big moments he's going to make big plays. And so people always look back and see stuff after losses and stuff like that, and they judge that stuff, but I judge the guy and the character he brings into the building every single day.
That is the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, joining us on the show today. They are on Sunday Night Football this week against the Detroit Lions. Patrick, man, really appreciate your time. Catch up with you next week.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Absolutely. That is our conversation with the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. The appearance for Patrick Mahomes on the drive is brought to you by Telly Tire and Auto Center. Winning starts with a great drive. Since 1942, Telly's certified techs have delivered complete car care with top brand tires and expert auto service. Keep your drive going. Take it to Telly. Visit tellytire.com today.